Welcome, everyone. Please take your seat. Our program will begin in 10 minutes. Welcome, everyone. Please take your seat. Our program will begin in 5 minutes.
We see all these actions between you and your employees, between your customers and your communities, between your business and the greater good. It's our belief that running a business is about more than making money. It's about making people's lives better. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Together. Huntington, welcome.
Leo, por favor, invita a la casa.
No, dale, échame fotógrafa.
Oh, por favor.
No, para mí. Para todos.
When the game you love loves you back. Priceless. MasterCard, proud sponsor of the CONMEBOL Copa America.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. To help you see untapped possibilities and relentlessly work with you to make them real.
It's a monumental moment for me because I'm in my own community and I'm helping my community build financial stability.
Operation Hope's first office and first launch of a partnership in New Mexico is incredible.
If you have access to the bank and you need help or you start to get in financial distress, we are there to help you, and we are there with the Hope Centers to help you.
I am very grateful for all of you for participating in this.
I feel like it's very important because financial stability, financial literacy is the backbone of success.
We see all these connections between you and your employees, between your customers and your communities, between your business and the greater good. It's our belief that running a business is about more than making money. It's about making people's lives better. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Together. Huntington, welcome.
Leo, por favor, invita a la casa.
No, dale, échame fotógrafa.
Oh, por favor.
No, para mí. Para todos.
When the game you love loves you back. Priceless. MasterCard, proud sponsor of the CONMEBOL Copa America.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. To help you see untapped possibilities and relentlessly work with you to make them real.
It's a monumental moment for me because I'm in my own community and I'm helping my community build financial stability.
Operation Hope's first office and first launch of a partnership in New Mexico is incredible.
If you have access to the bank and you need help or you start to get in financial distress, we are there to help you, and we are there with the Hope Centers to help you.
I am very grateful for all of you for participating in this.
I feel like it's very important because financial stability, financial literacy is the backbone of success.
Welcome, everyone. Please take your seat. Our program will begin momentarily. Welcome, everyone. Please take your seat and silence your cell phones. Our program is about to begin. live from the Signia by Hilton in Atlanta. Welcome everyone as we celebrate our 10th anniversary. Over the past decade, we've brought together global leaders, industry innovators, and change makers that have helped reimagine our global economy. But now we look forward to empowering our potential, impacting our communities, and together shaping the future. Welcome to the 2024 Hope Global Forum's annual meeting. Please welcome Operation Hope's President of Operations, Mr. Lance Triggs.
I feel good. How do you feel? Wait a minute. I thought I was in the great city of Atlanta. How you feel? I think we got to do it one more time. This is our 10th anniversary of the Hope Global Forums. How you feel? That's what I'm talking about. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're very excited that you're here with us. It's such a blessing to be here every year to celebrate this wonderful event. And the fact that we've been celebrating the Hope Global Forum for 10 years now is a wonderful milestone. And we're here at a brand new hotel. How do you feel about that? All right. So we're going to celebrate with style over the next 3 days. And we're so thankful for all of you to be here. And I recognize that a lot of you, this is not your first rodeo, that you've been here for multiple years. Show of hands, how many of you have been here 2 times or more? That's what I'm trying. Let me hear you. That's right. Thank you so much for your years of support to the Hope Global Forum. We are so excited to have you with us again in 2024. As always, in order for us to pull off this type of event that brings thought leaders from around the world, I believe we have over 4,000 delegates that are going to be here for the next few days representing 25 countries. And we're live streaming this around the world. Last year we had 4 million delegates live stream. We're going to break the record this year with 5 million. But we can't do that without our long-standing sponsors who've been supporting us from day one. Day one. And so it's important for me to recognize them at this time because we want to continue to keep doing these types of events here in the great city of Atlanta. So I want to recognize one of our first sponsors that have been with us for 10 years, Regions Bank. Is Regions Bank in the house? I know Candy Moore's here and Florisha, stand up. Let me see you. That's right, Brett Schaefer. We got JP Morgan Chase in the house. Let's give them a round of applause. I know Bank of America is here. Let me hear you. Thank you, Shauna Embley, everybody, Andre. Thank you all for your support. And I know I probably don't even need to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Is Purple Rain here? With Truist? That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Truist is in the house. Absolutely. And I know we have First Horizon in the house. Keith and Beth, that's right. Yeah, we have Keith and Beth Ordon and Beth Trotter and the team been with us from day one, 30 locations around the U.S. Very happy to have them here. And I know the stagecoach is here as Wells Fargo in the house. That's right. I see the stagecoach over there. See you, Greg. See you, team. See you, Michael. That's right. See you, Darlene. That's right. Give them all a great round of applause because, again, without their support, and not only their support for these events, but supporting the programs of what we're doing. We have over 300 locations with 300 coaches doing this work around the United States. And again, it's thanks to those types of partners that are allowing us to be able to do that. So now, we got a packed show for you today as the kickoff. And so we're going to get this show on the road. And as you know, the theme of this year is the future. And nothing symbolizes that more than technology and artificial intelligence. So to open our conversation on the future in AI, we have some of the great leaders in the world that are going to be with you and with us next. And so I'm so excited to introduce them. And so first, I want to bring up Angel Cabrera, who's the president of the Georgia Institute of Technology. Come on out, Angel. Give Angel a round of applause. He's here. He's here, trust me. He's here. Let's give him a round of applause. We have Sarah Fryer, who's the Chief Financial Officer for OpenAI. Give her a round of applause. We have Cheryl Guin, Executive Vice President for Globe Brand Strategy and Innovation. Give her a round of applause. And we also have the Honorable Robert Silvers, who's the Undersecretary of the United States Department of Homeland Security and the chair of the U.S. Cyber Safety Review Board. Give him a round of applause. Gave a great presentation at our board meeting today. And last but not least, we have our moderators, Devin Banerjee, who's the Senior Managing Editor and Head of News Growth at LinkedIn. Give this panel and this group a round of applause. Over to you, Devin.
Thank you so much, Lance. Congratulations to you and Kevin and John and the whole Operation Hope team on 10 years of this wonderful forum. It's so good to be back. What a beautiful new venue. And I hope all of you have enjoyed today's session so far, and there's a lot more to come. And as Lance said, the theme of this year's Global Forum is the future. And there's no better topic to harness that theme than the discussion we're about to have for the next 30 to 40 minutes. Let me introduce our panelists once more in a little bit more detail so you get a sense of the depth and breadth of experience and expertise we have with us today. To my far right is Angel Cabrera, president of Georgia Tech.
A lot of supporters.
President Cabrera has the home court advantage here, and he became president of this legendary institution 3 months before the global pandemic kicked off, and guided that institution through the pandemic to emerge stronger than before. Next to President Cabrera is Sarah Fryer. She is the CFO of OpenAI. She joined OpenAI earlier this year. She was previously the CEO of Nextdoor, which she took public in 2021, and previously was the CFO of Square, which she helped take public in 2015. So I'm sensing a theme here, and we may ask Sarah about that in a few moments. Fun fact about Sarah, she holds an OBE, Officer of the Order of the British Empire, from Queen Elizabeth II for services to entrepreneurship. Next to Sarah is next to Sarah is Cheryl Guerin, Executive Vice President of Global Brand Strategy and Innovation at MasterCard, which she joined 25 years ago, so talk about brand loyalty, Cheryl. And among many industry accolades, Cheryl has been named among the top 100 women in brand marketing. And directly to my right is Rob Silvers. He is the Undersecretary for Policy at the Department of Homeland Security, where his remit includes counterterrorism, cybersecurity, AI safety, border security and immigration, trade security, and more. So if any of you feel stressed out or too busy, let's try one day in Undersecretary Silver's shoes. All right. I want to dive right into it because we don't have a lot of time. I want to focus on 3 major areas related to AI today. And I want us all to walk away with an understanding of these 3 areas related to AI. The first is opportunity, the commercial opportunity, the societal opportunity that AI presents. The second is education. How do all of us and our employees and our colleagues and our friends and family really understand how to harness AI appropriately and most effectively? And the third is safety. No technology is appropriate without the proper guardrails and the proper safety in place, especially in the 21st century and into the 22nd century. So I want to begin with Sarah. Talk to us a little bit how you size the commercial opportunity and the societal opportunity, for that matter, of artificial intelligence. How large is this opportunity? Give us a sense.
So I would start by saying it's really a societal opportunity. The commercial element will come, but to me, we are building AGI, artificial general intelligence, for the benefit of all of humanity. And we don't think that there is a single person on the planet or sector of the economy that is not about to really feel the power of this wave that's upon us. And AI is now. It's not something that we're talking about in an academic way or in a made-up way. AI is actually happening. There are 300 million people today who are already utilizing ChatGPT. We see over 1 million businesses today utilizing ChatGPT for work. And they span the full gamut from education sector, ASU, actually, which Angel has some collaboration or some prior history with. ASU has deployed 281,000 seats of ChatGPT across their entire university. It has implications for government and for national security. It has implications for the finance sector, where we see customers like Klarna, Morgan Stanley, and MasterCard actually, deploying into their enterprise. And they're deploying it for everything you can imagine, for risk management, for revenue growth, for marketing, and so on. So we really view it as probably the biggest platform shift we collectively, and our kids, will live through, akin to something more like the railroads coming or electricity being invented.
If I can just ask before we continue, I think there are a lot of folks waiting to sit down. We can hear you from up here as well. I think the room echoes quite a bit. So if everyone, even if you're waiting in line for food, can just respect the panelists for right now. Thank you so much. President Cabrera, we mentioned education. Sarah mentioned education. It is so critical that the workforces of the future, the next generation, those who are in school understand this opportunity. How do you balance the theory and the practice of AI in an academic setting at a premier institution like Georgia Tech?
So we don't try to balance, we're trying to embrace it and leverage it and use it and integrate it in everything we do. I know everybody's concerned about their job going away and, oh my gosh, what's going to happen with our jobs? So listen, every single one of our jobs has lots of different components. To me, what's not to like in the fact that you're going to take all the boring, predictable components that can be automatized, get them out of your daily routine so you can spend your time doing the creative parts of your job that no one can do in your stead. If you're a physician, wouldn't it be a dream if you don't have to spend 20 minutes after every visit entering data into a system, and instead you can spend that time interacting with the patient. If you're an attorney, whatever it is that your job is, wouldn't it be a dream if the most boring, more repetitive pieces of your job can be done automatically by a machine. But if we're going to do that, we need to make sure that the students who are right now in places like Georgia Tech, that they're using those tools right now. So at Georgia Tech, we're embracing it. Like some people are like, would you let AI in the classroom? Of course we are. I mean, there is no other alternative. That is how we're going to be working. So think about applications to college. And the nightmare that we subject you parents and your children to when you have to write those essays.
I'm going through this right now.
You're going through it right now. So here's what happened. And then this is what my colleague in admissions, Rick Clark, one day said. He was like, are we going to allow kids to use AI to write their applications essays? And says, listen, before ChatGPT was made public, if you had money, you already had ChatGPT. And it's like, what do you mean? Yeah, there's a neighbor down the street, will charge you a couple $1,000 and will write the essay for your kids. Guess what? Now you don't need to have $2,000 because you go to ChatGPT and we'll edit your work and we'll help you. So instead of rejecting it, we now have a set of recommendations on our website. Say, by all means, use ChatGPT. This is how you do it.
I love that.
And that is the philosophy we're embracing from the moment you apply. Thank you. By the way, if we said you're not allowed to use it, I mean, who's going to enforce that anyways? But what we do now is, since you apply, when you take classes, of course, professors have to rethink their assignments, they have to rethink their own thing. So we're making sure it's integrated, but also, this is one of the most exciting things we're doing. We have a makerspace that we built with NVIDIA. We built it's basically a sandbox with this actually supercomputer where students get to run their own models, to apply AI to build predictive models in anything that they can imagine. So I'm really gung-ho. I think you'll talk about the scary part of AI with other panelists. From my standpoint, I mean, this is the biggest, most exciting opportunity we've seen in our lifetimes.
Yeah, this makerspace collaboration is fascinating. I mean, access to compute power to run AI models is extremely expensive, limited typically to large tech companies and other large institutions. And so to give 18, 19, 20-year-old students access to that is quite special. Cheryl, MasterCard employs, I think, north of 33,000 people. Tell us how 33,000 people are utilizing AI, both to drive MasterCard's top and bottom line, but also help your customers and merchants everywhere.
Yeah, it's really important when we talk about educating that people are getting hands-on use of AI tools. And so it's embedded in our everyday lives with Copilot, so every employee has access to use it. We look at as well, we have meeting-free days where we bring in training specifically for AI because of the importance it plays. And then there's hands-on applications. So when I look in marketing, how do we train ourselves? We actually get in there and we develop use cases and launch and test and learn. And so in marketing, for instance, everybody's getting hit up with 5,000 or so messages every day. And our attention spans are getting less and less. So how do you break through all the clutter that's out there? Well, we use AI. We've been, for the last 2 years, actually, tracking micro-trends in social listening. And then we get alerts on the trends, and we launch campaigns based upon trends in people's passions that are rising, related to sports or culture or culinary, arts, music, and so on. And we're able to launch a campaign in 15 minutes using the tool that we created ourselves, actually. And then it's the actual holy grail of getting the right message to the right person at the right time. And the more personalized you are, and the more you're not disrupting people's lives, but adding value to them, the more likely that your messages are going to stick. So that's just one use case of many that we have going on at MasterCard.
Cheryl, we spent a fascinating hour this afternoon in the Entrepreneur Accelerator talking about marketing and branding best practices and the future of that function. And one of the topics we spent a lot of time on is just driving ROI, especially for the entrepreneurs, sole proprietors, and small business owners that are with us today. They may not have a huge budget or a team for marketing. What would you suggest or recommend utilizing in terms of AI utilization for marketing for a very small business?
This is a good tee up, and I should share with you that we're actually launching tomorrow morning something called Small Business AI. And what we've done is we've created a capability where we've looked at the fact that so many small businesses say, like 9 out of 10 small businesses will say, if I have a mentor, I know I increase my chances for success. Only 25% of small businesses actually have access to a mentor. So the ability to then democratize information, bring together, tools, information, whether you're trying to start a business, ideate around a business, grow your business, learn how to digitize your business, market your business. It's all there. Cybersecurity information and how to make sure that you're building your online business safely, is in this tool. And so we've created an easy access at your fingertips. And I think the more we could get information into small businesses' hands, get those task-based out, get the quick information so that they can focus on the strategies and the bigger things that they need to do around their businesses, will see growth. And so this is just one way that I would suggest, and you could try this beta that's going on starting tomorrow.
It's very exciting. Undersecretary Silver, as I mentioned, your remit and all the things you're focused on, they all seem extremely important. So, like, I don't know how you and the department prioritize those. Where does AI safety fit in, and how has that changed over the past 12, 18, 24 months?
It fits in right at the top because, one, it's very important in its own right, and two, the other things we talked about, counterterrorism and the border, there's established architectures that we've developed over years or decades. AI safety and security is a newer field, and it's been really important for us to focus in, not just as a department of the government, but together with industry stakeholders and civil society groups that have an interest in this. But people always expect that I'm going to come out very doom and gloom about all the risks, and there are risks, and they're real, and they have to be addressed head on. But listen, this technology is going to cure cancer. It's going to level up people's economic opportunities. I mean, today, I'm going to give you an example of how we're using it as a customer. There is an epidemic of fentanyl in this country. It is killing tens and tens of thousands of Americans every year, white and black, rural and urban, rich and poor. And it is really easy to conceal. A few grains of it, like a salt shaker's worth, can kill a person. We have started using at the border AI tools. And here's a story that happened recently. A car rolled up at the Tijuana to San Diego border crossing to try to get from Mexico into the US. We had an AI tool up in action. It recognized the car. It recognized an anomaly in some of that car's prior activity that we had observed. And it told in 1.4 seconds, it returned an indicator to our border agent, send that for further look. He sent it to secondary inspection, 50 kilos, okay? So that is one micro example. And we are using it, it is going to make the American people safer in that way and 100 others, just in the next couple of years. So it is a huge priority for us, and we've established to make sure that it's deployed safely and securely, because you don't want to have accidents, particularly as AI technology is used in operations for the power grid or air traffic control. You want to make sure that that's done in a safe and secure way. What we've done is we've convened leading stakeholders together with our department to find the right approaches to do that. And in addition to the government representatives, some of our members of that advisory board included Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, people like Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai. But then critically, we also had civil rights leaders, we had mayors and governors, and we had the corporate end users of AI technology, so that everybody was around the same table saying, what do we all need to do? Because we all have roles and responsibilities here to make sure that we can harness all these incredible benefits and reduce risk. And I think we're doing the right steps when it comes to that.
It seems like this policy kind of area brought in industry pretty early on, maybe earlier on than previous technological revolutions. Was that a learning, do you think, from previous technological innovative eras, that industry stakeholders should be there on day one alongside you crafting policy guidelines?
Very, very much so. And this is one of those areas where government can't do it alone. We don't. A lot of technologies in the past have actually sort of been born out of government. Space flight and the internet. AI did not come out of the government. It came out of the private sector. So that's where the technology is. It's being used out in the private sector. And so our approach here has actually been not just to lower barriers for working together between government and industry, but in some cases to dissolve the barriers entirely, to come together on these issues. And so that's been critically important to do that from the very start. It's exactly what we've done, and we've had incredible industry input.
Sarah, you talked about ChatGPT, obviously extremely popular. But make AI real with a few more examples for this audience. Actually, talking about the marketing hour we did earlier today, We talked about video a lot, and video marketing and video creation, not just for creatives, but for all businesses and on use across platforms on the internet. Today, OpenAI announced Sora. It's a text-to-video tool. Tell us a little bit about that, for example, and tie it to an entrepreneur, for example, in this audience.
Sure. Let me start with Sora, but then I'll go back to something maybe a little bigger for the audience to imagine what the next year or two could look like. But Sora, SORA.com, launched today, and that is text-to-video. I actually was making one before I came downstairs. So I have a standing joke. So I have a teenager applying to college. He's my second, so I will be an empty nester. And my husband keeps joking that he's already left for, the golf course. And so I'm going to be home with my hairless cat because I'm a little allergic to cats, but I'm going to have a hairless cat. So I made a video for them on Sora of me in my sofa with a book and my hairless cat playing at my feet. And I sent it off to them saying, Mom's already in her happy place. So it's a silly example, but I'm not a video creator. I don't know how to use complicated tools like Adobe and so on. I see these people right down in front of me. They're taking photos. They've got their video cameras on. I don't know how to do that. But I absolutely know how to type and speak, and I have an imagination, but I just have never been able to let that fly. So now imagine if I were a small business, and I actually run a nonprofit called Ladies Who Launch, and it's for women starting, running, growing their own businesses. So I spend a lot of time with women right at that first step. And their businesses are usually born out of passion projects, things they have really lived through. But they start a business out of passion, and very soon they're the CEO, the CFO, the CMO, the GC, the operator, they're making the thing, and their passion is gone because they're doing all the routine stuff that Angel talked about. And so if we can help them get rid of that routine stuff, like just pour into ChatGPT things like, help me write a business strategy. Here's a few lines of what I'm trying to do. Help me create a business plan. How would I go get financing? Give me specific examples. But now, create my marketing materials. So suddenly there's a level playing field with like the great marketers, like a MasterCard, with this up-and-coming creator economy. And we've seen it already somewhat unleashed with the TikTok nation, the Instagram nation, how businesses really learned and created and innovated. But now I think you're going to see that just on steroids. I did say I'd give you a little taster of where we're going, just broader. So when we think about where we are today, we have lived through the last 2 years. ChatGPT turned 2 last weekend, I think it was. And that was the era of chatbots. That is what ChatGPT is. You talk to it, it responds. Talk to it, responds. We just released, probably about 6 months ago now, O1, which is our reasoning tool. So now you're moving up a stair step into the world of reasoning. And these models can actually work on really hard tasks. And when you ask it a question, you can see it reasoning. And you actually see it go down a train of thought, and it might be in a cul-de-sac, right? Not the right answer. You see it actually go back and start trying different routes to get to the answer. So we are talking about problems that get solved asynchronously. You might ask the model for something, and it might take a minute to respond, 10 minutes. But imagine a world where it takes a day, a week, maybe months. It's like literally having a PhD level intern or consultant working right alongside you, almost for free as well. Reasoning. This gets you into a world of agents. So now start to imagine agentic technology, very fancy name in my mind, for an agent that can go off and do things asynchronously. It might be, hey, I need to fly to Atlanta. I need to be there on Monday morning. Go book me my flight, my hotel. Is there somewhere great I should eat? And who do I know in Atlanta that I should be remembering to ping? But it could be something like, help me create a marketing plan for Europe next year. And it goes off and does it. And then it's going to get to innovation. So you mentioned curing cancer. We already see it starting to be an agent that is innovating and proving theorems that have never been proven before, finding drugs and answers to medical problems that we, as yet as humanity, have not found the answer to. And so that is the path we're on. But I'm not talking about in 50 years. These things are happening today. 2025 will be the year of agents in our mind. And so watch this space.
So some of these applications, like you just said, Sarah, are like an assistant in your...
1 second. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta. I know you're happy to be here, yes? If you are here, you were invited as a delegate. You couldn't come here on your own. You had to be invited from all around the world to be here. If you're here for 3 days, the delegate pass was between $5,000 and $10,000 just to have access. You'll never see this kind of content anywhere else, yes? We're talking about the future of everything.
Gotta love John.
Whatever conversation is going on in the back of the room or in the line, you tell whoever's next to you, shh. The lady that just spoke, yes. Now, mind you, nobody was being disrespectful. I just walked in. To be clear, I'm not saying you're being disrespectful. I'm saying this is priceless.
It's like MasterCard.
The lady you just heard from, who's so humble, who I made an honorary black woman.
It's true. It's true.
Sarah Fryer was chief financial officer for Jack Dorsey, and used to be called Twitter. She was at JP Morgan Chase. She was the CEO of Nextdoor. She's now the chief financial officer for OpenAI with Sam Altman, who is the Steve Jobs of this generation. She's a bad sister.
That's a cool title. That's a very cool title.
This is the future of everything. Artificial intelligence is going to change your life by 2030, not 2080, not 2050, in the next 4 years. So please, again, nobody's being disrespectful. I'm shocked. I should be able to hear a pin drop in here. You're never going to get this kind of content, this kind of insight. And then you can meet them when it's over. You need to tell whoever's next to you, later. Okay, I'm not here. Goodbye.
So John said it a lot better than I did. Thank you, John. Okay, what Sarah was just saying is many of these applications are like an assistant by your side or in your pocket, or a consultant, or a PhD level consultant, or an agent, a customer service agent, for example. A lot of people have those jobs. So President Cabrera, I want to ask you how you think about the future of work, of the labor market, of certain jobs and roles that maybe, I don't want to put words in all your mouth, maybe displaced, maybe replaced, maybe augmented, maybe changed. How do you think about it? How do you teach your students about the future of jobs?
So if you don't already have a ChatGPT account, you're already late. It's like, go home and get your...
It's free.
It's free. Well, you can also get the $20 version.
You can pay me too, but but it is free.
It's changing everything. Listen, I am learning Italian using Duolingo. Duolingo uses OpenAI technology. So this morning I had a phone conversation with an AI agent called Lily, speaking perfect Italian and having a conversation about whether I prefer to spend my vacations on the beach or the city, and asking me what my hobbies were. That was just me interacting with the machine. So everything we do at a university is being changed by these tools. The way we teach, the dream of a personalized tutor that will adjust the message to you, that will teach you what you need to know. Our students are already uploading PDF presentations. When they don't understand what they heard in class, they can upload it into ChatGPT or Copilot, one of these things. They explain it to me, I didn't understand it. And you're not even embarrassed to ask that question because you're interacting with the machine. So in terms of how we do the business of teaching and learning, it is a whole different world. Now, in places like Georgia Tech, we have the added responsibility of actually training the people who will go work for OpenAI, or will go work for a MasterCard, and will build the tools that other people will use. One of the most important things we're doing at Georgia Tech is trying to figure out ways to get to more people. Now, many universities are not interested in growing. They think that being small is just fine. That's not what we're doing at Georgia Tech. We know that this country, this world needs a whole new battalion of people who know how to do this. So we've created an online program in computer science. We created it 10 years ago. Right now is the biggest online masters, actually the biggest masters of any kind in the galaxy. There's no other program of any kind like this. It is about, yes. So we have about 23,000 students doing an online master's at Georgia Tech in computer science, in data analytics, and in cybersecurity. We very soon are going to have more online students than non-online students. We're right now the fastest growing university in the United States, and we are the #1 source of talent in AI in the nation. And I say that, I guess we have good yellow jackets in the room. It's not just, it's a little bit of bragging, let's be honest, but it's not just for bragging. It's like, listen, universities, we need to push up, we need to do better. The world really needs smart people who know how to leverage these tools, and we're way behind. So we're doing our part, but this is more than a bragging message. It's a call to action to my colleagues throughout the country. We need to actually do a much, much better job of creating that workforce for the future.
Cheryl, you're, as I mentioned, north of 33,000 employees. You're hiring all the time, constantly. We were talking backstage about the kind of shift in the mix of IQ, EQ, humans in the loop who know and are comfortable and are excited to work with AI. Talk about like the skills of the future and how they have evolved, or not even the future. I mean, right now, as you are hiring, how have they evolved because of all technological innovation, but specifically AI as well?
Yeah, I mean, I would first of all echo what you were saying. You know, I'm not quite sure AI will take jobs, but one thing for sure is if you don't know AI, the jobs are going to be taken by people that know and understand and how to apply AI effectively. And so this is going to be a given. Technical acumen, particularly around this technology, it is a requirement. So put that aside. Now I want to talk about some soft skills as well that have become increasingly important. Curiosity, agility, learning agility, ability to learn and pick up and change. You know, in a world where you could say we've had permacrisis, frankly, you know, from one thing to the next, COVID, war, shifts in technologies happening, people have to have a learning agility and an ability to pick up new things, adjust, and have the bravery and the capacity to test and learn their way into new ways of thinking, new strategies, new innovation. So I think some of these softer skills, by the way, being a strong people leader and understanding people, ensuring you're getting people trained and having empathy these days is also important. So humanity combined with technology, these are the skills that we're going to need.
Undersecretary, for those looking to work on these exciting issues from a policy standpoint or in that arena, how have the skills kind of morphed over time?
Well, I actually just want to hook on to one thing that's been discussed and the impact on job displacement and such. First, just over the course of modern technology innovation, the advent of new technologies has tended to create job opportunities net, not disrupt them. The advent of the car certainly crushed the horse and buggy industry, and the advent of the PC certainly had a lot of impact on the typewriter industry. And you need to think about how to take care of the people that are impacted by that. But there's no question that everybody has benefited significantly at a net level. And I think something that's really interesting about AI that is actually different from a lot of tech innovation is the negative impacts of prior technology revolutions have tended to fall hardest on those with the least privilege and advantage. Automation in factories and things like that put people on the factory floor in line out of the job first. If you think about the categories that people most are concerned about of jobs from AI, I mean, it's really like a white-collar set of activities that first comes to mind. You know, copywriters, lawyers, accountants, things like that. And I'm actually convinced that this could be a technology revolution. Like, if John Hope Bryant has created anything, it is an organization that is meant to create economic opportunity for everyone. And this may be a technology revolution that levels up opportunity for people that haven't had it. I mean, if you think about a kid who grew up black in Atlanta or white in Appalachia, with brothers and sisters and parents that didn't go to college, but they have something, they might not know how to write a resume. But with generative AI, they can put together a beautiful resume that looks like they've worked at Goldman Sachs in its format. And that is something that is going to be a godsend for a lot of people. And so there is going to be job displacement. And I don't want to minimize the human impact of that where it happens. But I think like these things tend to end up well for society. And I think that's going to be the case for this too.
So Sarah, on this point of economic opportunity, financial freedom, these opportunities we have with technological revolutions, and this one more so than ever, as Undersecretary Silvers just said, what excites you about what AI can do for economic opportunity and financial freedom for the masses?
Yeah, I think just about everything. What you just described, Secretary Silver, frankly, was me. I grew up in Northern Ireland in the Troubles. Neither of my parents went to college. And I remember the day the Encyclopedia Britannica got delivered to our house because I was a super curious kid. And all I wanted to do was read. But I didn't come home from school and be able to ask my mom and dad, like, could you read this essay for me? Or I'm stuck with my math homework. There was like nothing. I had great teachers who were always there after school that I could ask questions from. When I applied to college, it was, I don't know how the heck I got in, and it was definitely a kind neighbor who read a lot of my application for me. And the idea that today, literally every kid in the world, not just the United States, but every kid in the world can literally have a tutor in their pocket. That blows my mind. It doesn't just excite me. Beyond that, I feel really excited for things like medicine. You know, I think so much about, you talked about the grunt work of doctors, and it's so true. They spend so much time filling stuff in. My brother is a doctor, but a lot of his life is, he's an ER doctor, so he meets you at the door of the hospital, and he has to, within seconds, triage you. Sometimes it's obvious. You've had a heart attack or a gunshot wound, really terrible things. But sometimes it's really unobvious. And so he's just triaging a bunch of systems, actually, but symptoms, too. Like, is your heart rate up or down? Is your blood pressure low or high? Is your temperature up or down? Do you have a rash? Like, how are you presenting? And he's supposed to have this, unlimited knowledge of all the diseases in the world to know immediately what it could be. And he, of course, does not. And so the idea that we could offer an augmented experience, it'll still need the human, it'll still need the empathy, the moment where you hold someone's hand and say, it's going to be all right. But you also potentially just have this fast-paced way to suddenly diagnose patients. And. I could keep going with tons of stories, but that is where we are. And again, this is now. It's not a year from now, 5 years from now. This is happening right now, which is why I feel so excited about where we are. But it also comes back to both how you all need to be engaging in it, make yourself smarter. You don't have to become, data scientists or anything. This is technology you can interact with verbally, auditorily. You can type with you can talk with your fingers, however you want. It's multimodal. It's on you to go back from a moment like now to all the people that you touch, from kids all the way up to older generations. And it's up to you to take that out into the world. And again, this is what gets me excited, because it is like the Encyclopedia Britannica showing up in my house, only now it's a lot smaller and it actually talks to you. So I am kind of beyond excited. And we're in the midst of 12 days of OpenAI. We're on day 3. Day 1, we launched our new reasoning model. Day 2, we showed fine-tuning, which is something you can do when you're very deep into science, for example. Day 3 today, we launched video, so text to video. And there's still 9 days to come, people. So watch this space, but you're going to get pretty excited.
And Sarah, in the midst of this massive product release, week and a half, Sarah still chose to come and spend time with us. So thank you for that.
My pleasure.
We have about 5 more minutes, and I'm adding a few minutes because John took some of our time earlier. But let's go to Cheryl. So many of the entrepreneurs, business owners in this audience just have to, at the end of the day, think in terms of dollars and cents. That's what gets them through the day, the next week, the next quarter, the next year. Tie, as a massive corporate company and corporation, tie the AI's opportunity to dollars and cents for our audience.
Yeah, it comes down to several things. First of all, if I look at, what AI does for fraud and security, right? It's, from our perspective, we use something called decision intelligence, and it uses AI to look at billions of transactions around the world, and it can tell whether that's you, a person that should be using their card, or somebody, or is it fraud? And it does, several things there. That, prevents fraud and billions of dollars, but it also creates an experience for the end consumer, because if you go to a store and you're denied, because they don't think it's you, you may not choose to pick that card again, and that's a problem for loyalty for anyone. It's a problem for small business owners if cards are denied and they're trying to actually pay at the point of sale. So dollars and cents, the ability to use patterns and use this to provide fraud tools is unbelievably valuable in the system. That's one. Productivity. When I think of the productivity that we now have and that you would have, there's something, we launched an insights engine just for MasterCard. And again, when you're using these tools, whether it's GPT, small business AI capability that I talked about, what would have taken days and days to pull and comb through tons of research globally that we have, it pulls it up, it creates PowerPoints immediately for you. It pulls the most important insights. You ask a simple question, you get a simple answer. So the ability to actually save time, which is money, right, is really important. And that's just one simple use case of so many that will ultimately save money. And then again, the ability to have more personalized contacts with, insights at your fingertips that enable you to actually do outreach and marketing so quickly. This is ROI. And so it is real money, whether it's productivity, whether it's innovation on your products, whether it's savings, et cetera. It is actually creating real money for everyone.
Undersecretary Silvers, the U.S. is at the forefront of this innovation, but it's not the only country at all. And it's a competitive technological revolution. How do you balance safety, which is your job, with national competitiveness and innovation?
Look, this is one thing where we're just going to have to do both things in parallel. We are going to have to rocket ahead with the innovation, as we build architecture of security and safety around it, because we have no choice. The Chinese, there's a race. There is a technology race between the United States and China. The country that comes to be ahead when it comes to AI is going to reap a massive economic windfall, a massive geopolitical influence windfall, and a massive national security and defense windfall, because all the advanced weaponry or a lot of it is going to run on AI technology. And it is absolutely essential that we stay ahead. And forgive me, I spoke to a smaller group today, so for those who have heard this already, forgive me, but I hear from experts on where we are, and the latest estimate I've heard is that we are about 4 months ahead of China when it comes to AI as state of the art. I mean, that's like within the margin of error. And we cannot do anything that gives us the self-inflicted wound of slamming on the brakes. What we have to do is we need to put a lot of resources and attention into safety. And what we've done is we've worked really closely with companies on what are the kinds of best practices there are for quality testing at the front end before you deploy AI technology to make sure it's going to make the kinds of decisions you think and want it to make. What kind of back-end auditing do you have to make sure that the decisions it actually makes once it's deployed are what you want and expect? And there's a range of cybersecurity controls to have around it. There's a range of controls to prevent bias and discrimination or infringement of privacy. And all of those things, the answer is all the above. We just, as a country, have to be the country that can do both, and I think we can be.
President Cabrera, final word to you as the Georgian on the stage. Although, by the way, he is the first native of Spain to lead an American university, which is very cool.
Gracias.
But as the adopted Georgia native on the panel, final word to you. What should all of us leave this room and consider doing to ensure that we're harnessing the future of AI?
Very simple. First thing is go get your account if you don't have it yet. Really do it and just play with it. Just figure it out. But I'll tell you, the other thing is we are in the midst of a new renaissance, even in the field of science. Listen, in addition to teaching amazing students, places like Georgia Tech, our faculty spend a lot of time doing research. That's what they do with most of their time when they're not filling out forms, but that AI is going to take care of that. We try to say, because we have several AI centers with NSF, we're a leader in this field. So we said, should we have a Georgia Tech AI Institute where there's faculty from different parts of the institute can come together to exchange insights? So that's a great idea. Only one problem, I was told. So what's the problem? Every single faculty member at Georgia Tech is using AI in their field of research. So actually that center would be the entirety of Georgia Tech. Astrophysicists are bringing in terabytes of data from this wonderful and expensive telescopes that we now have in outer space. There are people working in new drugs, new treatments, new ways to diagnose and predict what kind of cancer each of us is going to get. Every single one of those is being transformed by science. We used to be trained when you did research into ask a specific question, get the data to answer that question, test that specific question. All that is gone. Now the game is huge amounts of data in allowing AI to find patterns. I'll give you one example. My son, who graduated from Georgia Tech, is doing an AI. He's in a startup in your part of the world. And what they're trying to do is predict whether a molecule is going to make you sick before you inject it in an animal model or in a human being. So you're using AI. Think about what that is going to do to accelerate the development of new drugs. So really stay tuned, but really the speed of acceleration of scientific discovery over the next couple of decades is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. Very exciting.
Well, the thing about the future, the theme of this year's conference, is it comes for us whether we want it or not, and it comes whether we're ready for it or not. And I hope these four got all of you and us a little bit more ready for the future tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Financial well-being is essential to our organization because it directly impacts our ability to fulfill our mission and to support the communities we serve. Our organization is deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities and recognize that the financial literacy is the cornerstone of a long-term stability and success. Our organization is deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities. Ultimately, we view financial literacy as an investment into the people's future. By helping individuals achieve a long-term goal that they once thought they could never have. We were drawn to Operation Hope because of its strong dedication to improving financial literacy and empowering individuals to achieve financial stability. The work you guys do, especially through the programs like your community workshops and your youth financial education, it definitely aligns with our belief at RBC that access to financial knowledge is a key factor in creating lasting change for individuals as well as their families. Our organization is deeply committed to empowering individuals and communities. And we recognize that financial literacy is the cornerstone of a long-term stability and success. Ultimately, we view the financial literacy as an investment into people's future. By helping individuals and communities, we understand and manage their future by giving them the tools that they need to go forward in their future. Looking ahead, RBC hopes to continue building on the momentum of our work and deepening our impact in the communities that we serve through expand reach, through creating sustainable change. Our ultimate goal is to empower individuals to achieve long-term financial independency. We envision our future where financial literacy is not just a privilege, but it is a fundamental skill for all.
Please welcome your MC, Emmy Award-winning journalist and host of Lawmakers on GP, Donna Lowry.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here again at this event. It's extraordinary. And look at you. You get the chance to be here, too. A lot of people don't get a chance to say that. So I'm excited. And how about the fact that Arrested Development is going to be here tonight? Let's hear that. So get ready. So you're going to take in all of this information, and then you get to get your party on with some real good old school. So you'll want to listen up to the people who are talking the rest of this session before you get your dancing on. And let me just tell you, the next person coming out is somebody you'll want to hear. I'm getting ready to take notes, and I know you should be ready too. We're extremely, extremely honored to welcome our next guest because he's one of America's most insightful thought leaders. Please help me welcome to the stage legendary pollster and political consultant, Mr. Frank Luntz.
Okay, the last thing I want to get between is you and your meal over there. I don't know if John's in the crowd. I can't see him or not. But I want to tell you something about him because it's the reason why I'm here. I now teach at what I consider to be the greatest university in the U.S., the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And I had a cadet who wasn't seeming to connect to the faculty. And I was having trouble with him. And I finally approached him and I said, "What is it that I'm not engaging with you?" And his response was that his father had left when he was 5. His mother had passed away 2 years earlier. He has no sisters, no brothers, no grandparents, literally no adult. And even his mentor had moved away in his junior year. And I did not know how to reach this cadet. So I invited him to join me at a conference in the Hamptons so that he could meet with some really interesting, engaging people and have an interesting intellectual conversation. And what happened was, John was there. And it wasn't working. And John said, "Let me take this kid out. Let's go out for a meal. Let's have a conversation." And to make a long story short, because this is much too long, but I need to get it correct, John's engaging this kid. And eventually he says to him, "Would you stand up, please?" And the cadet stands up. John walks over to him and gives him the biggest hug I've seen a human being ever give. And I noticed that the kid starts to shake and he starts to cry. And that was the last moment that this kid felt any kind of shame or disappointment for the situation that he was in. Because in that moment, as John is hugging him, all the sadness and all the regret and all the pain and suffering went away. I've never seen this before. And since that day, in fact, John, are you in this room? John, are you backstage? Somebody get him, because I want to be able to explain. I'm not going to disappear, but can you guys find him back there? Because I want you to know something. This kid graduated Sapper School, which is the equivalent of Engineering Ranger School, in the first try. Nobody does that. This kid has been invited to Ranger School at a younger age than anyone else. This kid is a success story, and he is a success story. So I want you to know this. And I'll get emotional talking to you, and we know each other a little bit. That hug gave that cadet life. That hug gave that kid a future. You didn't know him, and you found him, and you connected to him, and it's what you do to every single person in this room. And I don't want to talk about you, I wanted to talk to you. You're a gift. You're magic. God bless you. So I'm going to try to give them some language to say thank you. I'm here because that happened. Otherwise, I'd be at West Point. I flew down this morning. I'm flying back tonight on the last flight from Atlanta. But I want to try to be helpful to them. So because I'm so grateful to you, because I'm here for you, any advice you give me to have an impact on these people here, because I got to tell you something. This is a special gathering. I can only see up to about the first 2 rows. I know how special you are. I know how much you matter to him, and I want to have an impact. How can I have an impact?
So, Frank's a genius. He's known as a pollster, but really I know him as somebody who deeply cares. And what Frank was concerned about, in my opinion, was whether his left brain was going to connect with his right brain. His right brain is where the heart and the caring and the intuition and the feeling is, and whether he was going to be able to relate and connect to you. And I told him, and I'm telling you the same thing. The only thing that matters is authenticity. We're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Write that down.
And energy matters. And if I don't like me, I'm not going to like you. If I don't feel good about me, I'm not going to feel good about you. If I don't respect me, don't expect me to respect you. If I don't love me, I don't have a clue how to love you. And the most powerful thing, if I don't have a purpose in my life, I'm going to make your life a living hell. Because whatever goes around. And so in relationships, Frank, I think a giver and a giver is exotic. That's why you and I get along. We're both givers. A giver and a taker is neurotic. And a taker is psychotic. And a lot of people are in messed up relationships, whether it's husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend or business partner or employee, because it's toxic. You've got a giver and a taker, or a taker and a taker. And I just like to get toxic people out of my life. I can do better all by myself. I don't need help. Or as Quincy Jones, God rest his soul, said to me recently, and several of you say it often, the only thing worse than being alone is wishing that you were. So the thing that nobody does is the thing that you do through your science and your technology. And all I did was translate that from the left brain to the right brain when I saw that young man. You feel people, you read people, you go behind the curtain and get to the real. And all I did was see that man's soul and his heart, not just his brain. I saw the little boy, he's still hurting. I saw the young man who wants his daddy. I saw a person who wants to love and be loved. And in reality, don't we all want to love and be loved? Yes or no? Yes. So do me a favor, so I don't have to stand up here all damn night. Please let Frank know that he's loved and you feeling it.
Okay, so let's get the slides up. Get your notepads out. You can take your phone out. I want to show you what I've got a lot of stuff to show you. Okay, it's right behind me. First thing, we're mad as hell. That, by the way, that guy looks just like my uncle, and it's why I wish I was adopted. You can't get anything out of life if you're mad. You can't get anything out of life if you're so agitated and furious that you don't listen, that you don't learn. I want to show you that it's around you here in Atlanta, across the country. We're a very angry people, and we're having trouble right now. And this is one of the reasons why. Something that's equally important, and this to me is the most important data I can provide you. Only 2/3 of Americans think they're invested in their country. And when you ask the question, is America invested in you? Just 1/3 say yes. This is awful. This is not a problem. This is a crisis. The idea that you don't believe in your country and your country doesn't believe in you, we have got to change that. And that's going to have to come not just from you in this room. That will have to come from the politicians and the business leaders and people who say enough is enough. We have to stop treating each other with meanness and contempt and have to treat each other instead with kindness. This will freak you out. 4 out of 5 Americans say we're more divided now than at any time. I know who this city is, what this city is famous for. You realize that if you're over age 65, if you look at the bottom of the slide behind me, if you're over age 65, 90% say we're more divided. What was happening in the 50s and 60s? Cities burning down, people being bludgeoned on the streets, the assassinations of Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy, Watergate, oil embargoes, double-digit inflation. And yet we think we're more divided now, and that is a genuine problem that we face. And this is an issue that I'm going to ask you not to do. Half of Americans have cut someone out of their life because they disagree with them politically. We can't be doing that. I know how agitated you are about politics. Look, I was in the White House. I should not admit this. I don't know if this is being recorded. I was there on December 23rd, 2020. It was the final Christmas party of the Trump administration. And after a couple hours, I finally got the guts to go up to the president and ask him, what does the J in Donald J. Trump stand for? You know what he told me? Genius. Okay, but we're not doing politics here. One third of the country has actually stopped talking to someone because they disagree with them. And this happened over Thanksgiving, and it's going to happen over Christmas. You know who it happens with most? Grandfathers and granddaughters. It's the strongest family relationship. It's not husband-wife, obviously, or brother or sister, or parent-child. It's grandparent-grandchild because they both have the same enemy. You'll figure that one out on your way home, trust me. And we can't be treating each other like this. It is a genuine problem. And I want to show you something right now because I'm going to give you my first piece of advice. 2/3 of people under age 30 know someone personally who's been damaged by social media. Damaged intellectually, physically, mentally, emotionally. How many of you have got children between the ages of 10 and 18 in this room? Raise your hands. Okay, you're going to want to write this down, and maybe you got grandchildren this age. I'm going to give you, in order, the way to keep your children happy and healthy, drug-free and alcohol-free. Number one, how often do you have dinner with them at night? It needs to be 5 nights a week or more, because that proves to them that they're the most important thing in your life. If you're having dinner with them 2 nights a week or less, they're being damaged. They're being destroyed. Nothing matters more, and I mean whatever financial efforts you want, whatever you're trying to seek in life, there's nothing more important than your children, and there's nothing more important than dining with them, because that tells them that they come first. Number two, how often do you attend religious services with them? You want to do it once a week, because if they believe in God, then they believe in something that is more important than themselves, something that they cannot see, but they know it's there. Number three, do you check their homework 4 nights a week or more? Because that teaches them that their intellectual development is even as important as their physical development. Number four, do they tell you where they are on Friday and Saturday nights accurately, honestly, and do you demand the truth from them? Because if they'll lie to you about where they are and who they're with, they will lie to you about anything. Number five, do you take a trip with them for at least a week at a time where you leave this thing, if I can pull it out, this thing is the worst. And if you pick it up when your children are talking to you, you're doing real damage to them. There's nothing I'm telling you that you don't know, but I have too many moms that come to me and say, I can't get my daughter to put down the phone. And my answer is, take it and flush it down the toilet. If you're not willing to practice tough love with the phone, then you're losing them. And I've seen too many children addicted because of this. And number six, do they participate in a team sport? Because that means that they're responsible to each other and they know that they cannot let each other down. Give me 5 out of those 6 and I'll give you a happy, healthy, drug-free, alcohol-free child. There's a negative. Give me 2 out of 6 or worse, and I'm going to show you a child that's in trouble. So that's the first lesson here. I now want to bring up some of the language so we can go back to there we go. The single highest priority is the truth. Nothing matters more. I know that there are people here, just by applause, How many of you get your news from Fox News? Applaud. I knew it. Who gets your news from CNN? Still? Who gets your news from MSNBC? The only news network with more letters in its name than viewers. So I told that joke on live television. They fired me 7 minutes later. My father was so proud of me, he bought me a car. So we want the truth. We have a right to the truth. We have to demand the truth. And not the truth as in someone's interpretation of it. What is really happening out there, what you can do about it, how you can change it. The truth matters more than anything. Note number 2, those of you who want to start a business, those of you who are interested in doing more economically, you have to be willing to tell your stories. This is a great practice for tonight when you're done from here. What is the coolest thing that happened to you in the last year? Focusing on businesses and finance. Tell me a story that matters. Tell each other these stories. That is how you're going to get money. That is how you're going to get investors. That's how you're going to attract believers. You have to be able to tell your story, and if you're shy, get over it. And I know that John will give you better ways than my saying get over it. But you have to, because we want to know who you are. If I'm going to invest in you, and I will, I need to know what's in your heart. I need to know what's in your soul. So, what matters most? Even more than how you treat your community, it's how you treat your employees. In the end, people will decide whether you deserve their investment by whether you invest in the people who work for you, whether you invest in their hopes and their dreams and their children and their families. The more engaged you are with your people, the more likely that others will be engaged with you. Next, I want you to have a detailed plan of action. I don't know if it's going to be 2 pages or 20, but I want you to call it a detailed plan of action because that's a focus on the action. Detailed, because it means that you thought it out. Plan, that you've written it down and you can prove it. And action says you're actually going to get it done. Nothing else matters. Forget the strategy for the future. Forget the clearly defined purpose. A detailed plan of action is what businesses are looking from you, what investors are looking from you. Now, I invite you to take a picture of this because I wanted to create a lexicon for all of you that you can take from here going forward. The most powerful word in the English language is the word imagine. Imagine life at perfection. Every one of you in this room has a different vision, but every one of you in this room is correct. You imagine a better future. That's how you begin to achieve it. You imagine economic success. That's how you get it. You start with that imagine, and you describe that picture to people. Next, it's not security. It's not predictability. It's peace of mind. You give people peace of mind, and they will trust you, and they will follow you. Security means you need a fence or a dog or some sort of weapon. Peace of mind means you don't need any of that because you're feeling good. You're feeling okay. I don't want to go through all of these, but I want to go through another maybe half dozen. Cleaner, safer, healthier. How many of you want a cleaner environment? Applaud. So if you're taking notes, circle the word sustainability. Draw arrows to it and put a big fat X through it. Because sustainability is the status quo. If something's sustainable, it means that river's going to be there. That mountain's going to be, you're going to be able to hike it, you can be able to fish it, do whatever you want. But that's not who we are. And I know that's not the people who are attracted to this. You're looking for something better, cleaner, safer, healthier. You should be about improvement, not about the status quo. That's absolutely essential. More efficient and more effective. More efficient so it allows you to do more with less, and more effective so that everything you do well. I'm going to add one more to that, and more accountable. So if you get it wrong, you're held responsible for it. more efficient, more effective, more accountable. This is how you communicate what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, we don't trust things anymore because people make claims that they cannot keep. That's why you have to add the word real results, real solutions. People need to know that you're going to have a real impact on the future. And by the way, I don't know how to do this because I know I can't come down there, but I think that there are microphones going around because I want to be responsive to you all, and I'm going to run out of time. I hear you, I get it. Shows that you're listening and that you're learning. And in fact, for those of you who need to do an apology, you need to communicate this 3 times. I hear you, I get it. How can I fix this? Or how can I make it better? When you're in a situation and you're having an argument right now, I was listening to this table over here. I don't know who you were arguing with, but apparently your spouse really pissed you off. You have to hear them say that apology 3 different ways before you start to believe it, and you only gave it 2, so that's not good enough. This is a community, so we need to be doing things together, and together we can. Si se puede in Spanish. Yes, we can. That idea of working together for a greater cause, people will want to sign up for it. And one more for you, which is a meaningful, measurable track record of success. Meaningful, so I can feel it. Measurable, so I can prove it. Track record for good times and bad. And success, because that's my ultimate goal. This is your checklist. These are your 21 words to help you with whatever entrepreneurial project you want to do. And you have a mic. Who's got microphones here? If anyone wants to shout out a question, I'm going to stop for a second. I'll keep this up for one more moment. Does anyone have a question? Oh, hold on. I'll bring it down. I can't bring it down, but I'll hand it to you. Anyone got a question here before I continue? Okay, I'll keep going, but just know I'll stop and I'll keep giving you opportunities. Don't call it capitalism. Capitalism is Wall Street. Capitalism are people who are wealthy already. Capitalism isn't the people who are in this room. You're about economic freedom. The freedom to move forward, the freedom to create, the freedom to grow. Capitalism is for those who have succeeded already. Economic freedom is for those who want to succeed. I see you got a question. By the way, hold on one second. Let me give you one more. Economic growth is for academics. Economic growth is for professors. Is anyone here teaching a university? Raise your hands if you teach a university. I see someone back there. Get out. I just wanted to do that, by the way. So you got a question over here?
Hey, I'm Jamal Boulder. I'm the founder of Ride and Roll. I take the basic concept of riding a bike and I use that to unite communities. What I want to ask you is, how do you go from small to scalability with those ideas? Also, I use ChatGPT to do my first logo, so thanks wherever they are. But it was a great event in Kansas City. Anybody want to ride a bike, we should get together and ride bikes.
So how do you go from small? That's fantastic. It's by making people around you invest in you. And it's something, and I'll give you the phrase, the language behind it, but you have to do it. It's believe in better. You have to have a better solution, a better widget, a better opportunity, better people, better engagement. It's never as good as, it has to be better. Every business that I've been involved with, I'm trying to think of an exception, I can't. If they make that commitment, and this is something that they live 24/7, and by the way, here's the bad news, you're gonna have to work your ass off. But if you've got that better solution, and you can communicate, which is why I'm doing these words for you, people will see it, they will come to you, and you'll get a chance to prove it. It's never as good as. Wipe that thought away from your head forever. It's always believe in better and then do better. That's a perfect question.
Before the next question, I want you to understand what he's doing up here. I don't know if you're really smart. You probably figured it out for yourself. All poverty, other than sustenance poverty, roof over your head, food on the table, all other forms of poverty are mindset. What game was played on people who were enslaved? They didn't want to destroy your body. They needed your body. They needed to destroy your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself, your belief, your faith, your spirituality, so that you didn't push up, so that you didn't fight. They wanted a depressed people, and they got it. Go through our neighborhoods. Drive home, go to the neighborhood you grew up in. And here's what you see. A check casher, next to a payday loan lender, next to a rent-to-own store, next to a title lender, next to a liquor store, next to a pawn shop, and a church down the street that's your local therapist. Black people say, oh, I don't want to go to a therapist. Somebody might think I'm crazy. If you black in America don't think you're crazy, you're crazy. That community is a 500 credit score neighborhood. Ambassador Andrew Young, who's here, said to live in a system of free enterprise and not to understand the rules of free enterprise must be the very definition of slavery. So we walk past these neighborhoods all the time like they're normal. It's not normal. They mess with our head. What he's trying to do, I was telling my brother Brad Johnson here, who's another brilliant man who you need to get to know, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a restaurateur. We'll introduce him later. Brad, raise your hand. Stand up. The black Clark Gable, Brad Johnson. Ex-model, Denzel Washington's business partner, all that, the bad brother. But what he's trying to do here is to rewire from pain to promise. He's giving you a new language. He's asking you to get the noise out of your life. So you walk through life consciously oblivious of most things around you because it just doesn't matter. Get the toxicity and the noise out of your life. You hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th.
Ask you for one thing, sir.
I'm done.
Hold it before he goes. John, can you give me 5 extra minutes? That's all I asked for. Okay. Yes. The difference between a job and a career. I don't want anyone to tell me you want a job. A job is 9 to 5. A job is something you do because you have to, not because you want to. A job is something that you're doing until you get the next one. You want a career. You want something that you do 24/7. You want something that you love, that you can't wait to get up, can't wait to go to, and you never want to lose it. Focus on a career, then a job, because you're focused on the long term. Another example. Okay, go ahead.
Check. Sorry about that. You have a wonderful presentation, Frank, and I'm going to be succinct.
By the way, can I say one thing? You got a great voice.
Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be the next.
Just so you know this, I needed you for the last 40 years of my life. I wouldn't have gotten no if you, again and again and again, if you'd been around. So I should tape you right now just saying something really cool.
Let's go then. Let's go. I'll walk with you, you walk with me. Let's walk the journey. Anyways, my name is Michael Cortez. I am the co-founder and COO of Data in Motion. We're helping underserved communities and career changers transition into high-paying tech careers without breaking the bank or going back to college. And I'm also a Morehouse graduate of 2022. Very happy. So, Frank, very, very beautiful presentation. Changing the language, your inner language, as within is without, will start to change your life. I would like to know within your lexicon, what other words of humanity and love do you have that we can add to ourselves and within our communities?
By the way, these are words that aren't just good in this room. These are words that will be good in Washington, D.C., in the state capitals across the country, by our business leaders, and the number one word of all, it's actually 2 words, mutual respect.
Sure.
If we can deliver mutual respect, but you have to live it, you have to believe it, and you actually have to practice it. That's number 1. Number 2 is to value people. It's even more than appreciate them. And I don't mean value it in terms of dollars and cents. Value them that you're grateful that they're there. Number 3 is I never say to people, have a good day. Because you know I don't mean it. It's not that I want them to have a bad day, but I don't believe in expressing words that are meaningless. Everything that we say should not only have meaning, but should also have purpose. And number 4, and this is actually some good advice, don't be the last one to respond to an email chain. Because if you are, it means that it didn't actually matter. So when you start going, hey, thanks for that. No, you're welcome. No, I really appreciate it. No, the honor's mine. No, really, I'm grateful. Like, shut the hell up. So that every word actually matters. So what I'll do for you, because I know John does this for people, is talk to John. I'm going to send you the whole deck. In fact, if anyone wants it, but I want you to communicate. Will you do this favor for me? Will you go, I'm on X, and I use X to recruit for focus groups. And in fact, we got a video back there of John. And let's do this. Let's take this down. I know I have to get off, but I want to show one of these clips of John interacting with a community that was very skeptical and very cynical. And I'm just going to show you one clip. It's going to last about a minute and a half. But if you go on X and sign up to receive comments from me on a daily basis, I will give you all of this language that'll be helpful for you, not just now, but in the future. And hopefully it's a fair trade. And just remember, I'll never bother you. You decide when you come to read whatever I've written. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Can you guys pull up that video, just one of these videos, because I want you to show you how amazing John Hope Bryant really is.
By a show of hands, how many of you think the system is rigged against you? Raise your hands if you think the economic system is rigged against you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of you. 12 of you. Achim, why is it rigged against you?
No matter how much my pay increases, it would either be rent that would also increase, or food that would also increase, or just regular activities that I used to do that's like tripled in price. I feel like it is rigged. I'm now making triple than what I did 10 years ago, and I'm still in the same situation.
Can roll right off what Akeem just said, which is my healthcare cost. It just went up. I'm on Obamacare, and I mean, I'm near $1,000 a month for healthcare. I can't keep up.
And Dale, why is it rigged against you?
I'll just take you through my experience. You know, when I went to buy my house, I sat through a all-day meeting for 8 hours. And I thought that I was going to get some information about how to get, this house. And do you know what I got? In the end, it was like, fill out this form, and they basically separated us by credit. That's it. And the ones that had good credit was able to move forward, and the other ones, well, that's it.
Yeah, it's rigged against us. I'm not the only one, as you can see, and it's just I feel like you're in a permanent loop your entire life. Like someone mentioned before, if you're not born wealthy, so you're making the same money, but all your money is going towards your basic survival needs. So you will never get ahead. And it's already set up with people who are already elite in the lead in the race, so to speak, way ahead of us.
Stop there, because I know I got to get off. But John talks to them, and he gets them. Every one of those people who was cynical, every one of them was negative. They left the conversation with John Hope Bryant believing in the future, believing in tomorrow, and most importantly, believing in themselves. So if you can just pull this slide up, because I'm going to walk off, I promise. I want to give you one more thing to take a picture of, so that you have the background. Just snap a picture of this. This is how you succeed in business. I'm grateful to be here. I know how much stress there is in this room now, how much anxiety there is, but it will be gone by the time these 3 days are done. And it's because this is an effort in improving the future. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the American dream. This is America at its best, because you are trying to make a difference in your lives. And God is my witness. You have so many people out there who want to join the journey with you. And with John by your side, you will not fail. Please, everyone, have a blessed evening. Thank you very much.
Wasn't he amazing? Isn't this the only place you want to be tonight? Because the content, what you're getting tonight, you won't get anywhere else. And so that was wonderful. I know you took lots of pictures of the slides and really got engaged in the conversation. And have I mentioned that Arrested Development is still to come? All right. Great evening. So thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause once again to Frank Luntz, sharing that amazing research. So we're very excited. We're just going to keep it going until you get ready to get your party on. We're going to unpack the future of financial literacy now and how Operation Hope is leading the way. And that's why you're here tonight. So please welcome to the stage David Bradley. He's the Operation Hope client. Kayleen you can start clapping. Kayleen McLeavin, Operation Hope client. Venison Nelson, Operation Hope client. And Yaharo Lugo, Operation Hope coach. Plus Nathan Beaucamp, Director of Program Operations for Operation Hope. And of course, the ever wonderful Lance Triggs, the President of Operations of Operation Hope.
This is one of the best parts of the show for me. Be able to tell the stories that make Operation Hope continue to do this type of work for over 30-something years, 32 years, going on 33 years. As I mentioned earlier, these clients, and we have our coach, Yahira Lugo, we have one of our directors, Nathan Beauchamp, represent the 300 coaches supporting across America, 1,500 locations with our bank partners. So you're going to get a chance to hear about their story tonight. And so we're going to start with our clients today. We have David Bradley here, who is from Nashville, Tennessee. Give him a round of applause. Representing First Horizon Bank. And we'll start with you with the question, David. Share with the audience, before you began working with your coach at Operation Hope, what was your financial situation like?
So I would describe my financial situation as a lot of gray. My wife and I had just gotten engaged right before going to Operation Hope. And, a lot of people will go through premarital counseling, but we wanted to go through financial counseling because one of my mentors told me that one of the biggest things that couples will fight over is money, and it can lead to divorce and all kinds of problems. And I didn't want that for my future. I didn't want that for my marriage. So we wanted to be sure and have a foundation in financial literacy.
Very good. Kayleen, same question.
Yeah, for my business, it was at the very infant stages, and I would say not really any solid foundation in place, wanting to be able to scale, but having started the business in 2020, it was very shaky, so it was at a point where I really was ready to quit before Operation Hope.
Very good. And Venison?
So for us, our journey started a little different. We finally got the faith to start a company. We jumped out there. We partnered with another team. We went to one of the largest entrepreneurship technology startups in the country, Techstars. And at that program, we found out that we're not good partners. So I ended up having to start over and create a new company, develop a new strategy and a new path, and I'll say the rest about what Operation Hope did to make that so awesome as we go on.
Very good. So David, back to you. So now you heard about Operation Hope. You worked with a financial coach there in Nashville at First Horizon Bank. Tell us about that experience working with a coach and the services you took advantage of.
So my coach's name is Ken DeJarnett. And Ken DeJarnett is incredible. He taught us the framework of budgeting and went over our debt. You know, my wife and I, we both had debt, and we were trying to bring our households together. And he helped us understand that budgeting isn't something that will hinder you or hold you back, but it'll actually create the pathway for the life that you want to have instead of life just happening to you.
You're very good. I know Kayleen, being from Grand Rapids and working with our partner Fifth Third Bank there, why don't you share the same experience?
So my coach, Brooke Ratliff, is from Detroit, Michigan, and she was the one that helped me to establish a business plan, helped me to determine my numbers, knowing the financial projections, and really creating a solid foundation for me so that at each stage of the business, as I began to scale, the 1MBB program is what really kind of fed that foundation that helped me to grow and know what to do at each stage of growth financially.
Very good. And Benison?
So we have this amazing coach by the name of Twylan Feliciano right here in Atlanta.
She got a fan club.
So when we came to her, we had spent all of our money already trying to start the other business. And during that time, my wife actually had a medical event. And that medical event was really it took out everything financially for us. We had figured out how to grow our money and create what we needed, but this was just a real setback. Twyna called me one day and she says, I got somebody I want you to meet. It's like, okay. She's like, you're gonna get a call. So I get a phone call and they say, hi, I'm just with the office of the vice president. Vice president of what? And they said the vice president of the United States. At 100 Black Men, we had the opportunity to meet Vice President Harris. And I want to just say this. We all really were so blessed to have Operation Hope, Vice President Harris, come together and just look at just little old us. And from that, we have grown considerably, tremendously.
Very good, very good, very good. That's right, that's right, that's right. And so, David, current state, you took it upon yourself to realize you needed some assistance. You started working with a coach, Ken, and with all the services and the help he provided, where are you now with your financial well-being?
So my wife and I are proud to say that we paid off $30,000 in consumer debt. $30,000. Amen. And because we were consumer debt free, this past summer we closed on our very first house.
Home ownership. Home ownership.
Thank you. Yes. And in my current role as a senior relationship banker for First Horizon, we have a partnership with Operation Hope, Hope Inside, and I get the opportunity and the privilege to now refer my clients to the very same coach and other coaches that impacted my journey and my wife's journey so long ago. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
Very good. Give David a round of applause. Kayleen, current state?
So one of the things that Brooke positioned me for was to be to have a credit score and a financial plan that put me in a position where I could, instead of renting the ice cream shop that I was renting, purchase the ice cream shop. So now I own that building. And then went from being able to do that into employing over 11 youth and 80% minority and all under the age of 25. So that is my team. That's my A team, and I appreciate what Operation Hope did to be able to help me to scale. This year we purchased an allergen-friendly granola company, so we've continued to scale, and Operation Hope has been with me through each stage, helping me to prepare from a strategy standpoint financially and building the right partnerships to get me in the door for those opportunities.
Very good. And I believe you also took advantage of the Shopify commerce program. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when we acquired the granola company, we then used Shopify as our platform to sell our allergen-friendly granola. So it's all the 1MBB, the Shopify program, just together built a strong system for me and a framework where when I wanted and I had an idea for how I could scale, the tools were provided through the program that I'm a part of.
Very good, very good, very good. And Kayleen represents one of over 400,000 Black-owned businesses who are part of the 1 Million Black Business Initiative, thanks to Shopify and all of our partners. So, absolutely. Venison, current state.
I want to hit a topic that's everyone always talks about what Operation Hope does from a financial standpoint or so forth. I threw out about 1 billion ideas because I was scrambling trying to figure out what I was going to do. I had family to feed, mortgage to pay. And I got on the phone with Twina and I'm just blah, 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 blah. And she said, Venison, go right here. Focus right there. It's hard to explain when you got all these ideas in your head. How it is to have just one stop sign in the middle of that highway that you're running down, trying to get to that goal. And that value is tremendous. Being able to have someone I need this resource, and there it is. You've got to take the steps to do it. It's like praying. You pray, you got to move your feet. But if you move your feet, it's been amazing.
Amen. You're right. Absolutely. Now I'm going to pivot to one of our fantastic coaches, Yahaira Lugo, who represents our Hope Inside partnership powered by Truist, Purple Rain, at the Atlanta Police Department. So she's serving law enforcement officers here in Atlanta, but she also represents our Hispanic Initiatives, a national program where we have, I believe, over 70 Spanish-speaking coaches around the United States supporting and serving the Latino community across the country. So before we get to that, first of all, share why you made the decision to be part of our Hope family as one of our great financial coaches.
Thank you for such a great introduction, first of all. I've been with Operation Hope for 6 years, and the reason I came to Operation Hope, every step in my career that I've ever taken has been geared towards my personal passion of helping people. I've always wanted to serve the community. It's still something that I still strive to do, and every single step in my career that I have taken has been with that as my main focus. That is, in short, the answer. One of the things that has kept me in Operation Hope is, yes, the fact that I do get to help the community and help law enforcement, and with my other community partners, survivors of domestic violence. And those things speak greatly, just their success is just the most rewarding part of my job. I also love the fact that when I was in the private sector, I struggled a lot with the transactional kind of relationship that I had with my clients because everybody represented a dollar. And I wanted to be able to help people not because of the money that they had, but also because they were valuable as people, regardless of the path that they walked. I like that because of the partnerships that we hold, like the ones that we have with Truist and Bank of America and Wells Fargo, we also get to showcase and highlight the great work that these for-profit companies are doing for the community. It's not just a dollar sign. We're putting value in people because they are people, not just a dollar. And that's something that's so significant to me and why I still remain at Operation Hope and see a full career all the way to retirement and beyond.
All right. Amen. All right. So you have thousands of people, thousands of delegates out there, as also watching live.
Don't tell me that, Lance. I'm already nervous.
I know. Now you're real nervous, huh? What advice can you give to someone from a financial coach perspective who have made some mistakes when it came to their financial well-being? Maybe there's some shame tied to it that may be preventing them from taking that first step on this journey that could be positive for them.
Every important subject is hard to talk about, but needs to be spoken about. One of the things that I love about the environment now is that we're looking at well-being in a holistic manner. We're not just worried about financial well-being, but we're talking about the impact of that financial well-being to our mental health, to our physical health. And it is something that now we are going forward in that hard conversation. We're having those tough conversations. And listen, you're not alone. This is not a boat that you're on by yourself. I've had financial struggles, and I can pretty much, I would say probably everyone in this room has had some sort of financial struggle at some point in their lives. You're not alone. And that's something that I always like to emphasize with every one of my clients, because it is a really hard and difficult and uncomfortable topic to talk to, or to talk about, especially when you're speaking to someone that you just met maybe 5 minutes ago. So a lot of what I do is just bring that comfortability to them, so they know that this isn't just your journey. This is a journey that many, many people have already walked. And if one person can see success, then every single person can also see success.
Yeah, very good. Very good. All right, well, we're coming to a close with my man, Nathan. Nathan Beauchamp is one of our great directors of program ops who oversees our Wells Fargo Stagecoach, Wells Fargo portfolio, about to go to 40 locations. That's right. Soon 50 after that. Thank you, Darlene, and the team for your commitment. But under their leadership and guidance, we're also serving populations, indigenous American populations in Gallup, New Mexico. And then also we just opened a location, thanks to Wells Fargo, in Alaska. And so we're widening out. We're reaching all people. But why don't you share? Nathan is from Alaska, and he's been to Gallup, New Mexico several times. Talk a little bit about our work with Wells Fargo and how we're serving the indigenous American community, the Navajo tribe in New Mexico, but also what we're doing now in Anchorage, Alaska.
Absolutely, Lance. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Wells Fargo, the amazing work that we're doing. But in Gallup, New Mexico, guys, we all know there's a big need for the indigenous community. They have been neglected for a while, and we have been able to technically break that gap. And it's a gap in trust. We have locations, we have the education, they have financial literacy products, but they don't trust everyone. And it's a language barrier. In the case of Gallup, New Mexico, we have a coach, Eli Tully. He actually is fluent in Navajo language. So he was able to deliver the message, educate their clients in their own language, build that trust. And in the last year and a half, we have been able to help clients build credit, come from underbank into bank, trust the system, start working in their savings, improving their credit, becoming homeowners. And now we're going to copy that same model in Anchorage, Alaska, with the Alaska Native population. So it's all about building trust and gaining their confidence.
That's right. So as you can see, we represent America up here. We're here to serve everyone, whether you're in a rural community, a metro community, or the Hawaiian Islands. We have a team that is still supporting the businesses and residents in Maui who had to endure the fires there going on 2 years. But this is a full representation of the work that we do inside Hope Inside, whether it's with faith-based organizations, inside with our bank branch partners, in the workplace with partners like UPS and Delta. And so I'm so thankful that we have the opportunity to share the people behind the work. You're able to see from their words how this work is happening and how it's changing lives. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you.
Did you enjoy that? It was wonderful. It's always great to hear from the Operation Hope team, and they do so much great work. So we thank Lance and the Operation Hope team. We appreciate all of them for sharing their stories. I love being here because I get to know all of them, and they really, truly have a passion for what they do. Now, it's almost time for our special musical guest. I know I keep teasing that, okay, but it's true. There's coming. I'm a little excited, okay? But we want to recognize a special, very special Operation Hope partner. So please welcome to the stage from First Horizon Bank, Beth Trotter, Keith Turbot, and Beth Ardone. And Operation Hope President of Partnerships, Mary Earsom. Hey.
Good evening. How has your night been so far? Great. And you know what we have next as well? Arrested Development. Well, I couldn't think of a better time as we top off the evening of our first day to recognize some incredibly special people and an incredibly special partner. Operation Hope and First Horizon Bank have worked tirelessly together for over a decade to expand our work together with the Hope Inside model, not only in urban communities where Operation Hope started, but more so to really the vision that we had over 10 years ago was to expand to rural communities. And we worked hand in hand to see how can we do that? How can we be most effective? That we're reaching scale and as many people as possible, but we're making sure that we are, not only increasing credit scores and increasing savings and decreasing debt, but we're connecting to the most in-need vulnerable populations in rural communities throughout their footprint. So through the work and the commitment of First Horizon Bank, every day they're increasing credit scores by an average of 41 points, increasing savings by over $1,100, decreasing debt by $2,200, and then taking it further. And I'll share a quick story of one of the clients named Maurice Johnson. He was a small business owner, and he had a 524 credit score. But he couldn't expand his business. He was in construction, and he needed to buy equipment. So because of First Horizon Bank and the coach that they funded in the Hope Inside location, he was able to qualify for a credit at Home Depot. He expanded his business. He kept working with the coach. He increased his credit score to 675, and First Horizon helped him buy his first home. It's about driving generational wealth. It's about empowering people to build financial stability and, more than anything else, financial dignity. First Horizon Bank is committed to financial dignity. So I want to thank Brian Jordan, our CEO, who has also tirelessly served as our board chair. And it is my honor to provide the award to First Horizon Bank.
Okay, you ready to rock the house? You know the songs like Tennessee and Mr. Wendell and People Every Day. Well, we're going to get a chance to hear all of that. So Arrested, don't go anywhere. Arrested Development is up next. And just continue to enjoy this wonderful evening.
What do we do here? We have 250 soldiers across the U.S., Operation Hope, Agents of Change. We're teaching families and individuals that a budget is not just a collection of numbers, but it's also an expression of your values and your aspirations. My name is Mike Linus, and I'm a credit money management coach out of Hope Inside, Synovus Bank, Columbus, Georgia. As Sullivan's financial coach, they were referred to me by a local real estate agent that she refers me a lot of people. When they came in, well, first of all, I like to make people at ease. In order for you to provide tailored coaching, you need them to open up. You want to make them feel comfortable. Mr. Sullivan, he's from the Bay Area. I'm from California, I'm from LA. And, so we started to talk about Cali and stuff like that. And, that pretty much opened them up so that they can start, telling me what their goals and their objectives were. So, we quickly identified that Mrs. Sullivan, she had stuff on her report that was old. In fact, stuff that should have not been on the report because it's been more than 7 years. The change in her score was instant. Within 30 days after the dispute, her score jumped 90 points. The key with coaching is that your clients have to trust you. If they do not trust you, then it's very hard to actually really provide them the assistance they need, Because if they hide certain things, then you're going to coach them based on what they just told you. There's a lot of things to be optimistic about. I feel optimistic about my work. I feel that we are making a change. We are changing things in the right direction, especially for the inner cities, the community, especially the people that we serve in, And I can see they're optimistic, especially once they get the outcome that they never hoped for, Where, again, like I said, turning people from renters to homeowners, small business dreamers into small business owners. I truly, truly, truly fight to make sure that we get these businesses like payday lenders, rent to own, check cashing places out of business, because these are the type of businesses that target especially minority communities. We are changing the needle in a positive way. We are changing our communities one individual at a time, one family at a time. And honestly, that makes a huge difference.
I've always believed that financial well-being is the center of a healthy, sustainable, and productive society. It is the number one lever to having an opportunity to experience the American dream. And because of this, I've dedicated my life to helping individuals, business, and most importantly, communities learn how to do more and be more through financial empowerment. I'm blessed to work for an organization that feels the same. The decision for Fifth Third to invest in forwarding financial literacy is pretty simple. Knowledge is power. And as bankers, sharing our knowledge is how we champion the dreams and opportunities of those that we serve. Fifth Third believes that the more we can do to help people, no matter where they live, where they are in their life, the more we all can benefit. Our partnership with Operation Hope is a natural extension of the philosophies and work we do to build stronger communities. We've literally brought Operation Hope into 2 of our locations in my hometown of Detroit and in Chicago to create more opportunities and empowerment for individuals. We know there is an underserved population who need help in building their opportunity to obtain financing for both their personal needs and their business needs. The individual support and coaching programs offered by Operation Hope allows people to gain the skills, insight, and confidence to gain financial well-being. When people are empowered, they are better able to use and benefit from the many products and services that we as a bank can offer. We've seen firsthand how individuals who have worked with Operation Hope have become some of our best customers through utilizing our checking and savings accounts for retirement and college, or to buying a home or a car, or starting a small business. Together, we're moving people from unbanked and underbanked to thriving participants in our economy. So what do I hope for the future? It's pretty simple. Equal opportunity for everyone, regardless of race, gender, or the zip code you were born. It's what builds stronger communities, inclusive infrastructures, business corridors, and healthy environments. Everyone should be able to experience the American dream. That is my hope, and that's why I do what I do every day.
The power of music is what brings us all here. It's what makes these Grammy moments that have come to define this night, year after year, decade after decade.
And the Grammy goes to...
Go ahead, bro.
Tennessee Arrested Development.
The dynamic, the sensational, the phenomenal, the revolutionary, Arrested Development.
Community, and that's what I want to stop. The bad stuff, so we put it up on the chalkboard. Arrested Development.
Party people, how y'all doing out here tonight? We are Arrested Development. For those that want to party, just for those that want to party, let's stand up. For those that want to party, let's stand up tonight. We're going to have a great time. Let's go, One Love. Yo, party people, help me out. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Let me see them. Come on. Come on. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Classic music. Let me see those hands. From the 90s. If y'all love old school hip hop, make some noise. Let me see those hands. Let me see those hands. Come on. Have a dollar. In fact, no, brother, man, here, have two. $2 means a snack for me, but it means a big deal to you. Be strong, serve God only. Know that if you do, beautiful having the weights. That's the poem I wrote for the first time. I saw a man with no clothes, no money, no plate, Mr. Window. That's his name. No one ever knew his name, cause he's a no one. Never thought twice about spending on an old bum until I had a chance to really get to know one. Now that I know him, the giving money is a charity. It gives me some knowledge to buy him some shoes. And the fake blacks spend all that money on big colleges. Still, most of y'all come out confused. Go ahead, Mr. Window. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, party people. Hey, hey. Go ahead, Mr. Window. Come on. Hey, hey. Come on, say it with us. Yeah. Mr. Window has freedom. Free that you and I think is dumb. Free to be without the worries of a quick to diss society. For Mr. Windows above, his only worries are sickness and an occasional harassment by the police in their chase. Uncivilized we call him, but I just saw him eat off the food we waste. Civilization, are we really civilized? Yes or no? Who are we to judge? When thousands of innocent men could be brutally enslaved or killed of all races. Grudge, it's the one that has tried to warn us about our ways, but we don't hear him talk. Is it his fault when we've gone too far? If we got too far, cause of him we walked. Mr. Window, a man, a human in flesh, but not by law. I feed you dignity to stand with pride. Realize that all in all, you stand tall. Go ahead, Mr. Window. Hey, hey, Mr. Window, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Window. Oh, Mr. Window, yeah. Lord, Mr. Window. Party people, let me see those hands. Come on. We just getting loose. Come on. We're just EQing it. Just previewing it. One love to the building. Arrested Development, live and direct. Most anticipated.
I know you hated, underrated for many years. Patiently waited, now I'm motivated by peer. Decorated career, unrelated, ain't an issue. One love's official. Come on. Undercover boys focus, but it's hard to notice how I run up on them jokers in a jet black loaded. Wrote this while vibing with Bone and T. Us free, definitely the world can't see, can't touch. Automatic or clutch, I don't rush. When I bark less than bite much, you can trust every word I wrote. Now quote the verbal antidote flow while dropping the note. Grab your coat. About to take off, about to break off the rhyme and go death with the record that I'm missing long time ago. It can be done, mate, but only I can do it. For those that can dance and clap their hands to it, let's go. Come on.
Say ho, ho. Say ho, ho,
ho, ho.
Say ho, ho,
ho, ho.
Now scream. Yeah, we're all here to make change, aren't we? Arrested Development's been about that too. So I'm so glad that we're all here together tonight. This song is called Revolution. We originally did it for my brother Spike Lee and for our brother Malcolm X. But we're doing it here tonight, 2024, about to be 25. Y'all can sing it with us live. Let's say Revolution. Can I hear some people say Revolution? Just the people who wanna
Revolution.
Come on, come on.
Revolution.
All right now.
Revolution.
Hey, yeah.
Revolution. Revolution.
Yeah, yeah.
Revolution.
Check it out. As I look out my window, I see the little ones playing amongst each other with these water guns in pure poverty. Generations of good people and cycles of poverty. It bothers me, so I ask myself, I say, are you doing as much as you can for the struggle?
No.
Am I doing as much as I can for the struggle?
No.
Then why do I cry when my people are in trouble?
No.
My ancestors slapped me in my face and said, go. Harry Tubman told me to get on up. Marcus Garvey said to me, bro, you get on up. My brother Malcolm X need I name more. It ain't like we never seen no blood before. Come on, let's talk revolution now.
Revolution.
Yeah.
All my sisters say
Revolution.
All my brothers say
Revolution.
Everybody
Arrested
say
Development, live and direct. How y'all feeling out there? Revolution.
All the children
Come on.
say
Revolution.
All the elders say
Revolution. I got a second verse, Tasha. Yeah. I seen blood of one Malcolm as one shot up. I seen tears cause now it seems that we forgot them. I seen years of people searching for solutions. Restitutions, excuses, no more confusion. Come on, let's talk right, let's talk right. Talk up, but don't talk up all night. There's gotta be action if you want satisfaction. If not for yourself, for these young ones.
The children.
For you in the US, we can't allow ya. To tell us kid in the ghetto was not supported kid in Bosnia. I ain't with it, just forget it. We can't even debate if you don't understand our situation. You don't want us to go get a gun, now do you? They don't like to see people running around now. Yet still they want to live like 90210 while we scream out, yo, freedom! I'm gonna do a little remix. This is change music. Come on. Any Public Enemy fans out here? The Public Enemy fans, make some noise, y'all. Make some noise. Come on. Yeah. I feel like we need more music like this. Social change music. Vibe with us, y'all. And say fight to power.
Revolution.
Hey, fight to power. Fight to power.
Fight to power.
Come on. Fight to power. Fight to power. Oh, fight to power. Fight to power. We got to fight to power, that beat. Come on, fight to power, revolution. Come on, the power. We remixing it. Fight the power. Fight the power. Hey, fight the power. Fight the power. We got to fight the powers that be. That's what I'm talking about. How y'all feeling out there? You feeling good? In 1992, we brought out some songs that show some love to the beautiful women instead of demeaning them. We also showed love to the mothers. I know there may be a few mothers in the crowd. Make some noise if you're a mom. Come on, make some noise. There's a song that we did on our first album. It's called Mama's Always on Stage. Let's dance, y'all. Come on. Hey. Hey. That blues music. Southern with that hip hop. Come on. Yeah. Make sure it's nice and loud for the people in the back. Hey, brand new mama, I understand. And it's hard as heck being a young mother, and you need support. Your conscience told you not to abort, so to your child, you're a hero of some sort. But hey, the worst is over. You ready to do this? I got faith in you, baby. Renew this faith, and everything will be fine. Now when adult, no more you time. What's up? Anytime you need us, sister, we'll be there. Just give us a ring. Yeah. We will help you to raise that king. Yeah. Word to the mother, cause it's a black day. I respect you in a strong way. Word. Super late nights, cause your baby slept all day. But mama, don't sleep your lights and turn it page. Mama's always on stage. Woo! Mama's always on stage. Mama's always on stage. Ah, mama's always on stage. Hey, let me guess you're bored. Wanna get loose, attack the dance floor. Cool, I hold it, you have a good time. I keep the baby awake so baby sleeps after 9. This is reality, we need to tune our minds. Brothers talking revolution, but leave the babies behind. The sister's a sucker, just leave it be. The revolution is now the brothers like me. You step in cause your man stepped out. The goal to raise these children, no doubt. So let's go to it and possibly bring a generation of nats in the future. See, I respect you in a strong way. Word. Super late nights cause your baby slept the day. But mama, don't sleep, your lights are turning page. Mama's always on stage. Keep up those strength now, we must go somehow. Baby mama is always on stage. Come on. Go. Mama's always on stage. Mama's always on stage. Mama's always on stage. Here we go. Can't be a revolution without women. Can't be a revolution without children. I improved throughout my life. All of this just to soothe the wife. Brothers, wear your black clothes. Talk your 5% talk. Words of wisdom should be ways of wisdom. That's exactly how you must walk. Life's too short, your mission's to die. And nurture another mind before yours expires. Pass it on, push it along. Like the brother said in that one song. We respect you all the way. Late nights cause your baby slept all day. But mama gotta stay strong, carry it on. Hey, mama's on stage. Hey, on stage. Mama's always on stage. Mama's always on stage. Mama's on stage. Mama's always on stage. Arrested Development hails from Atlanta, Georgia. We at home now. Bend your knees if you're having a good time. Come on, y'all. Get down. Get down. If you're able, come on. Go low as you can go. To the floor. Get down. To the floor. Get low. Get down. Get down. Back up. Check it out. Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey. Can I see some hands? Hey, ho, hip hop parade. Ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Everybody out there scream. Yo, this is hip hop music. And we do a little call and response thing every once in a while. And I'm gonna need y'all's help with this one. Check it out. Just wave your hands in the air. Yeah. Wave them like you just don't care. If you got unclean underwear, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you don't stop. Say, yeah, say, okay, all the ladies in the place. The ladies in the place. Come on, let me hear you say, ow. Say ow. Homeboys, let's make some noise. Let me hear you say ho. Say ho. Say ho. Yeah, I'm gonna play a couple classics. Not that we haven't been doing this already, but we gonna play some class because we celebrating hip hop right now and what it means to all of us. Come on. See if y'all know this one. Come on in. Jump, jump.
The Mac that'll make you
jump, jump.
Daddy Mac will make you
jump, jump. Right from the ATL. Rest in peace, Chris.
Jump, jump.
Jump, jump.
The Mac that'll make you
jump, jump.
Daddy Mac will make you
jump, jump. Oh man, I got some classics in the building.
Jump. Hey, I'm the miggity Mac Daddy.
What?
I'm the miggity Mac.
My man One Love is doing it. Let's see if they know this one. Yo. Just to party people that want to get loose tonight. Let's get loose and defy gravity. Jump, jump.
Everybody
jump. Come on, jump,
jump. Everybody jump,
jump,
jump. Everybody jump,
jump,
jump. Everybody jump.
Come on and jump,
jump. Everybody jump,
jump,
jump. Everybody jump.
Come on and jump,
jump. Everybody
I'm
jump.
feeling the vibe with this one, y'all. What's up?
Bag it up, bag it in.
What?
Let me begin. I came to win, battle me. That's a sin.
Man, I love that joint right there. Hip-hop music could be about partying, but it also could be about reflecting. You know, I lost my grandmother, and I used to visit her every summer in a beautiful, magical place called Tennessee. And we went down to her funeral, and we celebrated her life. And I know some people in this audience have been through the same thing. If you've been through somebody that you love and you want to celebrate right now, put one finger in the air for them, because you're still united with them. And we left that funeral with a sense of understanding. But at the same time, my only brother, he was only 29 years old, passed away the same week that my grandmother passed. And I could only say,
brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna do a song because the last place I saw my grandmother and my brother was in that magical place down south. It's a place called
Tennessee.
Come on, y'all.
Tennessee.
We're gonna celebrate the lives of the people you love. I need y'all to put your hands up in the air and vibe with Tasha LaRae.
Won't you let me? Won't you help me? Won't you help me understand?
I think we're doing this. If y'all having a good time out there, can I see somebody's hands in the air? Just if you love the vibe. Oh.
Take me home.
Come on.
Take me home. Home. Take me to another
Arrested Development, live and direct. Come on.
Take me home.
Sister Tasha, you feeling soulful, loving it. If y'all feeling good out there, make some noise, brothers and sisters. Come on, y'all. Lord, I've really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground. Although I am black and proud, problems got me pessimistic. Brothers and sisters keep messing up. Yeah, why does it have to be so darn tough? I don't know where I can go to let these ghosts out of my skull. Yeah, my grandma passed, my brother's gone. I never ever once felt so alone. I know you're supposed to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire. Lord, I ask you to be my guide and force the truth. For some strange reason it had to be. Yeah, he guided me to Tennessee. Come on. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Lord, it's obvious we got a relationship. Talking to each other every night and then. Know you're superior over me. We talk to each other in a friendship way. And out of nowhere, you tell me to break. Out of the country and into more countries. Past Osborne, into Ripley, where the ghost of childhood haunts me. Walk the roads my forefathers walked. Climb the trees my forefathers hung from. That's so trees for all their wisdom. They tell me my ears are so young. Go back to from whence you came. Your family tree, your family name. For some strange reason it had to be. They guided me to Tennessee. Come on, take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Come on, y'all. Clap your hands.
She went down to Holly Springs. Roseline and Baba, they went down to Peachtree. Your speech, I told you to a game of horseshoes. A game of horseshoes.
Now I see the importance of business. Why my pity be in a massive weight beat. Many journeys to freedom made in vain by brothers on the corner playing ghetto games. I ask you, Lord, why you enlighten me about the enlightenment of all my folks. He said, cause I set myself on a quest for truth, and he was there to quench my thirst. But I am still thirsty. Lord, allow me to drink some more. He said what I am searching for are the answers to all which are in front of me. The ultimate truth started to get blurry. For some strange reason it had to be. It was all a dream about Tennessee. Take me to another place. Come on. Take me to another. Yeah, come on. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plans. You don't stop. Come on.
Lord, won't you let me?
Come on.
Lord, won't you help me?
The people that's having a good time, can I see some hands up in the air? Let's wave them like this. Joe. Oh. Come on.
Take me to another
And you don't stop. Keep on. Hey.
Take me home.
Oh, come on, Sister Tasha. Hey.
I know I need to go home.
For y'all that love that old school music, make some noise. Everybody in this space, scream! Scream! Say ho! 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 Yeah! Everybody in this joint tonight, put them hands up in the sky. And wave around from side to side. Wave around from side to side. Yeah, everybody in this joint tonight, if you're feeling like getting live, yo, put them hands up in the sky. Yo, wave around from side to side. Come on.
Yeah.
This is hip hop. In life we have choices. And the choices is positive and negative. This or that. This or that.
This or that.
What?
This or that.
What?
This
What's up,
or
one love?
that. This or that.
Yeah.
This
I'ma
or
play the
that.
beat.
This or that.
Come on.
Penny pitching cause attention. Listen, brother, pay attention. Break bread. The ones who contributed at avoid division. Look, need no introduction. So part in my introduction, don't follow reality. All I see my people struggling, hustling like Rick, bro. Prison paid by two correct. That's the fact you check us that they full of Mexicans and black. No Asian out Indian. Cause they buy your business in. Take a trip out any strip and you see what that business is.
Pump up that volume.
Pump up the volume.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is that KRS-One joint. Any KRS fans out there? Boogie Down Productions.
Hey.
Okay.
Come on.
I think hip hop's down here, Atlanta, Georgia. Vibe with us tonight. Come on. We are Arrested Development. Thank y'all so much for having us. How y'all doing out there tonight? I just gotta know. Is there any Bob Marley fans in the building tonight? I don't think there's real Bob Marley fans. If there's Bob Marley fans, let's get into that energy right now. Hands up, come on. Let's go. Sing along if you know it.
Could you be loved?
She's got it. Come on, y'all, what?
And be loved.
energy. We are Arrested Development. One love. Let's switch it up though.
Yeah.
Let's go.
One loves utensil, paper, pen, and some pencils. I murder these instrumentals for you in the presidential. Penetrating your temple, set up shop in your mental. No credentials or rituals, so me this rhyming is simple. Like changing the game, switching the slang, never the same, never the lame flow that you hear every show on your radio. Picture is painted, your originality is tainted. They say the open, the ain't it, further naming and painted. View this hip-hop collective, 19, we impressive. Many blessings, some on the arrests, none could ever test us. No complaining, hanging, slanging, the flame with speed. It's been proven the music soothing. My style is a beat with a fresh paranoid. Can a sprite, call it Mike. No fights, a phone, I give you what you like till you say goodnight. Light the break, try to break, hanging with the fake crew. It's one love, vagabond with the breakthrough.
Let's vibe together, y'all sing. Could you be loved?
Come on.
That Bob Marley fans know it. This is the night tonight. Let's vibe together. Could you be loved? Woo! A Monday night in Atlanta couldn't be better. I'm gonna switch it up. Let's vibe together.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? We are
Arrested Development.
Yo, let's vibe together. This is the last song tonight, so what we gonna do is vibe a little bit. We just mellowing out right here. On the count of 3, I need somebody to make some noise. But just the people that want to make some noise. We're not forcing nothing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's make some noise. Come on. Hey. Now check this out. Baby, you say whoa, whoa. Say yeah, yeah. Say whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Say yeah, yeah. Say whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa. I am everyday people. If y'all know along, if y'all know the song, sing along. I was resting at the park, minding my own business as I kick up the treble tone. On my radio tape, play a box track. Just loud enough so folks can hear his hype. See, out of nowhere comes this woman I'm dating. Investigation, maybe she was demonstrating, but nevertheless I was pleased. My day was going great and my soul was at ease until a group of brothers started bugging out, drinking the 40 ounce, going the wrong route, disrespecting my black queen, holding their crotches and being obscene. At first I ignored them, cause see I know they tight. They got drunk, they got guns, and yes they wanna fight. And they see a young couple having a time that's good. Now the Eagles wanna test his brother's manhood. So they came to test speech cause of my hairdo and the loud bright colors that I wear. I was a target cause I'm a fashionist fit. And the outfit that I wear, my brother's dissonant. While I stay calm and pray them chokers leave me be. But they squeeze the parts of my date's anatomy. Why, Lord, you brothers have to drill me? Cause if I start to hit this man, don't have to kill me. Come on, say. Just the party people, that's everyday people. Everyday people. All the everyday people in this joint tonight, sing along, all right, come on. Yes, everyday people. And you don't stop. Keisha, yeah. Check this out, Tasha. I told the jokers, please let us pass friends. I said please, cause I don't like killer Africans. But he wouldn't stop, and I ain't Ice Cube. But I had to take the brother out for being rude. And like I said before, I was bad by it. It took 3 or 4 cops to pull me off of him. But that's the story, y'all, of a black man acting like a egg stomped by an African. Come on, say. Just the party people say, and everyday people. I like it. We got the young ones in the building. Come on. And everyday people. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Come on.
Well, the story is, you never know what you're stepping into. You might get shot, stabbed, killed, or hurt. It's not even worth it.
Hey, you know, hit it. Wow, 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 wow. Hey, wow, 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 wow. Come on. Wow, wow, soldiers. Say, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
Sing along if you know this. Why, 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 why? Hey, why, 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 why? Come on, why, 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 why? Hey, let's show some love to the ancestors. Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
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 Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go
Yeah,
Baba.
go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go Baba.
Go Baba, go Baba, go Baba, go
Say
Baba.
why yo?
Why yo?
Say why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo?
Why yo?
Why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo?
Why yo?
Why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo? Oh oh.
Why yo? Oh oh. Why yo? Thank y'all so much. We are Arrested Development. We are y'all entertainment for tonight. Coming from Atlanta, Georgia, 1987 to 2024 and on forward. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We love you, always have. Appreciate y'all support. And we out of here.
Did y'all like that? Did you like that? Wasn't it amazing? Give it up for Grammy Award winner, Arrested Development! Woo, woo! You guys had a good time? Thank you so much. This is just day one. We got 2 more days to go. Bring that same energy. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow. We got a full day for you. God bless. Good night.